Bula Vinaka and welcome to this episode of Nations Business. On this show, we take a look at how Fiji's biggest resort operator, the Fiji Marriott Group, has introduced in-house trained employees to face today's demand in the tourism sector. We will also visit Sheraton Fiji Golf and Beach Resort's 5-acre organic farm on Denarau, how it not only provides guests with fresh and healthy food options, but also promotes sustainable and environmental friendly practices. Later on in the show, we will take a look at how one of Fiji's biggest tourism tour operator is raising awareness on the importance of behavioral change and societal support for actions needed to help protect the environment. All that are coming up in the next half hour. Training in-house tourism workers is essential for the success of any tourism business. It helps the development of employees' skills and knowledge, resulting in greater service delivery and increased customer satisfaction. However, brain drain is quickly becoming an issue in the tourism and hospitality sector as experienced workers are choosing greener pastures and are moving abroad in big numbers. The Fiji Marriott Group believes effective training and development programs for hospitality workers can solve the issue of brain drain in the business. Hence the establishment of the Fiji Marriott Training Academy, designed to invest in the development and retention of hospitality employees, address the issue of brain drain, and build a more loyal, skilled, and engaged workforce.
One of the ways we could do this is by nurturing and looking after our talents. There's a very famous saying by our co-founder, and I guess we all know that, and he says that if we look after our people, that is our employees, they will look after our guests, and by default the guest will continue to come back to our hotels. Living by that core value, Neerat's vision was that in our hotels, we develop something called a world-class employee journey.
Based on the identified needs, the Academy developed a comprehensive training plan that outlines the training objectives, content, and delivery methods, and importantly, aligned with the business goals and objectives, while flexible enough to adapt to changes in the industry.
We have a lot of brain drain. A lot of our talents are going outside of Fiji. For better jobs, for better pay. But what happens then? Our talents leaving the country, what do? We can do the same as what Australia or New Zealand is doing. That is, they're getting talents from outside their country. We can do that as well, but that is not a long-term sustainable solution for us. We have a huge number of population that can work in our hotels but don't really have the hotel experience. Or we can try the traditional method to hire a person and then train them whilst they're in the job. This takes about good 6 to 8 months for someone to learn whilst they're on the job. And I'm sure everyone who works in the hotel, we know that our guests don't have any mercy on the trainees either when it comes to perfect service.
Following an extensive marketing campaign and a Marriott-based screening and selection process, the Marriott Academy was left with 1,000 expressions of interest in food and beverage service and culinary streams. The Fiji Marriott Training Academy now proves to be the hub where raw talent can be put through a fine-tuning process that help employees develop new skills and gain experience in different areas of the hospitality industry. This not only helps to retain employees by providing opportunities for career advancement within the organization, but also enables employees to contribute more meaningfully to the business.
Our intention was that we want to grow local talent. The challenge was to find people and train them in a manner and retain them in the industry, but that got a bit hit during the pandemic. It was some great conversation. Turangani Koro Sam was here with us with his help, Tuinandi's help at the time when we took the idea to them and said, during the pandemic when we were allowed to get together to launch a Fiji Marriott Training Academy, to get the youth to come to the hotel, learn while the industry was shut, and then hopefully be gainfully employed at the end of that journey. Happy to say that experiment was very successful, and that has therefore continued on.
The shortage of skills is a huge challenge faced by many industries, including the hospitality industry. In the hospitality industry, a shortage of skills can lead to decreased customer satisfaction, increased employee turnover, and reduced profitability. Under its academy, the Marriott Group hopes to address the shortage of skills and build a skilled and motivated workforce. This will not only improve business outcomes, but also contribute to the growth and sustainability of the industry as a whole.
Our people are our greatest asset, and even in the age of technology, they will remain so. Ladies and gentlemen, globally, tourism is expected to grow even as we recover. Now, this presents both opportunities and challenges. The opportunities to invest in people, their capabilities in creating quality jobs in the tourism sector.
Graduating with tourism and hospitality skills can open up a wide range of career opportunities in the hospitality industry, as the hospitality industry offers a wide range of opportunities, and with the right skills and qualifications, these graduates believe one can build a successful and rewarding career.
Coming from a HR background, from manufacturing industry, it was new to me, but they welcomed me with open arms and they taught me everything from kitchen safety to sequence of service, how to deal with customer complaints, product knowledge as well. You have to know what you're serving your customers, and all these kind of learnings has, now that I've signed my contract, it has helped me tackle the daily challenges that comes when serving your guests.
This has helped me by I am currently having the full employment at Sheraton Fiji, and through this academy I have got a lot of skills for myself, like knife skills, how to cut vegetables, how to cook food, how to serve guests, and how to deal with the guests if there's an issue with them. And it had helped me a lot. So this currently I am able to support my family because of this job opportunity I got it. And I wish in future that my friends and other family also come and do the training here with them.
The training was very informative. I'd like to give credit to trainer Shelin for being there, for being always welcoming. And the associates were very welcoming. They were assisting us in everything. Hopefully, I've learned so much about it from here. It's actually my first time in the hospitality industry, so I was excited, and hopefully I get to, whatever I learn, I get to showcase it in my current work.
Joining Fiji Marriott Training Academy, to be honest, I wasn't really sure if I was going to be offered a place here at FMTA, but I was blessed to be one of among the 40 trainees that were offered a place in Sheraton, and I'm so blessed of everything that I've learned. As the support team, it's just too great.
Many tourists prefer organic vegetables for a variety of reasons that include concerns about health, sustainability, and environmental impact. Organic vegetables are often perceived as healthier and safer to consume because they are grown without the use of synthetic pesticides and fertilizers, which can leave harmful residues on the produce. Organic farming also promotes biodiversity, soil health, and water conservation, which can have a positive impact on the environment. Many tourists are interested in the local food culture and traditions of the places they visit. Organic vegetables that are grown locally and reflect the unique regional flavors and cooking styles can add to the culinary experience of travelers. Overall, the preference for organic vegetables among tourists reflects a growing trend towards health, sustainability, and environmental responsibility in food consumption. Hotels and restaurants that cater to this preference can differentiate themselves in the market and provide a unique and memorable dining experience for their guests. Sheraton Fiji Golf and Beach Resort has a 5-acre farm that is an organic oasis of fresh Fijian produce that serves as the heart of the Sheraton and Westin resorts, providing a growing platform to reduce the need for imports while showcasing the bounty of Fijian produce to guests, associates, and local farmers alike.
This is a 5-hectare farm and totally organic farm. We are running organic farm here. We have around 30 to 40 different varieties of fruits and vegetables in the farm. That includes all different type of veggies, herbs, and then fruit trees as well. So we are totally focused on organic farming, no use of chemicals or whatsoever.
Produce grown on this farm are grown without the use of synthetic fertilizers, pesticides, herbicides, or genetically modified organisms. The farm relies on natural methods of pest and disease control, crop rotation, and the use of compost and other natural fertilizers to maintain soil fertility. These practices are designed to promote biodiversity, reduce the use of non-renewable resources, and minimize environmental impact. Having an own farm can be a great way for a hotel to reduce its dependence on imported produce. By growing their own fruits, vegetables, herbs, and other crops, hotels can ensure a reliable supply of fresh, high-quality produce that reflects the local growing conditions and culinary traditions.
So this farm is mainly focused on mint. So we have a very huge mint garden as well, and totally when we're focusing about the imports, the herbs we have in our gardens creates a big impact in our revenue as well, for the hotel. So the herbs are very much bigger in price, and what we have in the farm, is totally for the consumption of the hotel as well.
The farm management here has also drawn a program where hotel guests are involved in farm activities, a great way to enhance their overall experience and provide them with a unique and memorable vacation.
And we are bringing up the guests every week in the farm, and we do farm to fork activities here. So it's all about good travel moments as well, and then the guest too comes in the farm, and then we have fruit tree planting as well, creates a bit of memories as well in the farm as well here.
Ram believes organic farming practices are often focused on long-term sustainability, aiming to maintain healthy soil and ecosystems over time. This can help ensure that the land remains productive and healthy for future generations, and guests play a role in the promotion of sustainable agriculture practices.
The guests are very happy because we are the only farm in Dendro Island which is so big and 5-hectare farming, focusing on organic as well. And when they come for farm to fork activities, they are really impressed the way we do our shows and the way we plant our things, and the main focus that catches their eye is being organic farming. Because many in Fiji doesn't have organic farming, and restaurants in many of the hotels in Fiji don't have farm. So being one of those farm in the Dendro Islands gives us the top priority to do the best hotel in the Dendro to have a farm. And sustainability as well, and then we are also producing what they have consumed in their hotels, like mojitos and all those kind of drinks that are going here.
Drought conditions can cause crop failure and low yields that can result in potential financial loss. This may make it more difficult for any farmer to continue managing their farms and investing in environmentally friendly measures. Ram and his team have identified the need to adopt sustainable farming practices such as water conservation and soil management to solve these issues.
In this border area, there's no major challenges, but climate is one of those that affects us. Maybe the drought season at the same time that we are ending the drought season, but we have come up with a solution how to tackle the drought season. And then we have a major issue in January and February of a lot of rain, but we also came through that. So whatever the problems we are having in the farm, we are finding solutions to come and face those problems here in farm.
The Deneral farm was built with a vision of reducing the importation of fresh food items, sustaining restaurant menus and showcasing quality Fijian produce to guests. It also serves as a training venue for 150 culinary associates who are taught sustainable farming practices and draw inspiration for their flavorful menus, and is continuing to build an infrastructure to train local farmers. A key player in the tourism industry commemorated World Earth Day with guests by planting trees, cleaning their day cruise island, and raising awareness on the importance of behavioral change and societal support for the actions needed to help protect the environment. For Captain Cook Cruises, Earth Day provides an opportunity for guests and crew to come together and take actions that help protect the planet and ensure a sustainable future for all.
Globally, we celebrate World Earth Day. It was established in 1970, but it only became internationally recognized in 1990. And around the world, the main importance for Earth Day is for people to be aware that we need to care for our environment. It is our home. We only have one planet, and without it, our population could die out. But yeah, basically giving back to the environment of what we have damaged over the years, what our developments have caused, and we need each other. The earth needs us, and we need the earth as well.
Tourism can have a significant impact on climate and ocean health, but it can also support conservation efforts through sustainable practices, ecotourism, marine conservation tourism, education awareness, and supporting local communities.
We have a great management team that supports the Marine Biologist Department as a whole. Yeah, so today was very successful because we had their support. We didn't think it'd turn out like this today, and we're so grateful to be creating such awareness. Today we offered coconut planting and mangrove planting. So we used bamboo as a pot plant because we're trying to reduce plastics. So we turned to a more eco-friendly product.
Tourism operators have a responsibility to protect the environment and minimize the impact of their activities on the natural world. Captain Cook Cruises has adopted sustainable practices such as reducing their energy use, minimizing waste, and conserving natural resources. This can help to reduce their carbon footprint and minimize their impact on the environment, especially on their day cruise island of Tivua.
Here on Tivua, we have our coral planting program. We have a slogan of buy a frag, build a reef, and also we've introduced an reuse recyclable water bottle, that if you buy a bottle, you build a reef. So the funds that we collect in that goes back to our conservation programs here. Coral planting and basically reef talks. We have our ocean ambassador program as well, to which we collect rubbish on the beach in Tivua, or on our overnight cruises. We collect rubbish from all over the islands that we visit. This data is logged, and we hope someday that scientists, it would be useful.
And one thing you will notice if you come to Captain Cook, we always give a glass of water instead of a bottle. That's another initiative the company has done to reduce the single use of our plastic bottle. That's why you will come on the island, you will just see them just using to get drinks with a glass of water instead of giving a bottle.
The tour operator Giant educates visitors about the importance of protecting the environment and provide information on sustainable practices. These include providing information on local environmental issues and offering tips on how to minimize human impacts on the environment.
To spread the word and to basically know the importance of this awareness and these programs that they involve themselves with, you know. It is by word that where these things can become recognized, and you know, to persuade people to care for our environment, and hopefully it'll recover well. So we like the Ocean Ambassador program. That is where we can involve our guests. It's a voluntary thing, and we log the amount of plastics, all different sorts of rubbish, to which we analyze, and we predict, or we use it as a source of information, you know, how much garbage accumulates in what periods of the year.
Captain Cook Cruises also monitor the environmental impacts and report on their progress towards reducing impact on the environment. This includes tracking waste that wash up on the island, waste generation, and implementing measures to reduce their impact over time.
As a resident and marine biologist, every morning we have to pick up the rubbish that drift to our shoreline. It's really sad that in a week after we do average, it's more than a kg of plastic waste rubbish that drift to the island. Mostly we categorize them into 3 categories. One is the metal, the other one is the glass, and the last one is the plastic. So when we compare them, we always got a lot of plastic waste that are not from the island, but it's drift from the mainland or other islands, or even ship that cross by. It's really a sad thing.
The marine biologists here believe tourism operators have a responsibility to protect the environment and minimize the impact of their activities on marine ecosystems the coastal and maritime communities depend on.
Because most of the villages around the coastal area really depend on these marine species for their livelihood. Due to overfishing and improper fishing method that cause the depletion of these marine resources. And also it's really sad about it, because this local community really depend on this for their livelihood. It's also a source of their income, and even something for them just to consume.
For Captain Cook Cruises, Earth Day serves as a reminder of the urgent need to address climate change and take steps to protect the planet. It is a call to action for individuals, businesses, and government to work together towards a more sustainable future by prioritizing climate health to ensure a healthier, cleaner, and more resilient planet for future generations.
Join us, come on board, and plant a coral, give back to the community, you know, cover your carbon footprint, and you can take back a souvenir. Once you plant a coral with us, you get certified, and yes, it's a good souvenir to take back home, good memory.
And that was Nation's Business for this week. Remember, you can view today's show on the Fiji Government YouTube page. Be sure to join us again next week. Till then, keep safe and Modhe Manda.